Hello everyone, I am Anuj Nakade and you're watching LiveLaw. As many of you may know, there is a very important proceeding in the Supreme Court regarding marriage equality for the LGBTQIA+ community. Our team is dedicated to bringing you information from these proceedings as fast as we can. To know more about what has happened in the case so far, please click the link to the playlist here. In this video, we bring you another pertinent issue of transgendered persons' rights. The issue as concerned is regarding the reservations granted to the transgendered persons in the landmark 2014 NALSA case. To give you the full story, we would have to travel all the way back to 2012. In 2012, a petition was filed by the National Legal Services Authority of India, or NALSA, in the Supreme Court. The petition revolved around very core issues regarding gender identity. The petition asked the Supreme Court if a person who is born male but identifies as a woman has the right to be identified as a woman, or a person who is born female but identifies as a man has the right to be identified as a man. An equally pertinent issue was raised as to whether a person who does not identify as either male or female has the right to be categorized as the third gender. In 2014, the Supreme Court delivered a landmark judgment in this case and made a judicial distinction between biological sex and gender as a psychological and social identity. The court also allowed persons from various gender minorities, including transgendered minorities, the right to identify as the third gender. Going further, the Supreme Court also recognized that as citizens of the country, the transgendered community along with the gender minorities are guaranteed all fundamental rights in Part 3 of the Constitution. Additionally, to compensate for the discrimination and stigmatization faced by gender minorities in the country, the Supreme Court had directed the union government and the state governments to take steps to treat these communities as socially and educationally backward classes of citizens and extend reservations to them in cases of educational institutions and public appointments. Now, jumping to earlier this year, an application was filed by Banu, a transgender rights activist in the Supreme Court, seeking clarification on these reservations provided by the Supreme Court. The application stated that the Supreme Court had not clarified to the union and state governments how the reservations for transgendered persons were to be implemented. So, many states are yet to implement such reservations. Another statement made by the application was that some interpretations of the NALSA judgment gave the impression that transgendered persons are to be treated as other backward classes, or OBC. This would mean that the reservations granted to transgendered persons under the NALSA judgment would be vertical reservations. However, the application wanted a clarification that the reservations provided to transgendered persons are horizontal reservations. To explain very briefly, all reservations given under the Constitution for caste minorities such as scheduled caste reservations or other backward classes reservations are vertical reservations, which means you can only avail one of these reservations as once based on your identity. However, horizontal reservations are applied to each of the categories separately. It's like a reservation within a reservation, where a certain percentage of a reserved category has to be another reserved category. For example, a certain number of reserved seats are further reserved for women as a minority within the scheduled caste reservations. The application has sought a declaration from the Supreme Court that the transgendered community has horizontal reservations across these categories. This demand for horizontal reservations in the application was due to the following reasons. A transgender person belonging to SC or ST category will have to choose whether to claim SC/ST quota or OBC quota. If such persons opt for SC or ST quota, they will lose the benefit of transgender persons quota and will have to compete with others in the SC/ST category, putting them at a disadvantage. If such persons are already from the OBC category, they will not get further benefits of affirmative action as transgendered persons. The application went ahead to state that the Ministry of Social Justice moved a cabinet note in September of 2021 to include the transgendered persons in the OBC category. Tamil Nadu government has decided to include them in the most backward class category. Karnataka is the only state where they have been given horizontal reservation to the extent of 1%. On 27th March 2023, a three-judge bench of Chief Justice D.Y. Chandrachud, Justice P.S. Narasimha and Justice J.B. Pardiwala heard this application. The court stated that they were not inclined to hear an application in a case which was already closed and gave the liberty to the applicants to avail other remedies in law which are available to them. That's all we have for you in this video. If you like the video, please leave a like and share this video with a person who would be interested in understanding the current developments in the court. Feel free to leave us a comment telling us how we can shape our content to bring you your legal news in more engaging ways. Please subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for notifications. Thank you.